Good morning. Happy Wednesday, or Wednesday. Wow. I went to Wednesday. It's happy Monday to everybody. I'm already fast forwarding into Wednesday. What am I doing? What am I doing? Crazy, crazy. How's everybody's morning going? Hopefully everybody is having a happy Monday morning. Happy cuppy Monday morning. Happy coffee. We need coffee. Good morning, Christy. How we doing? Hey, we got two Christies at one time. That was pretty good. How are y'all doing this morning? Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday. I am good. How are you? How are you this morning? We're getting ready to have some fun this morning. So I had the bright idea that we're going to make things for the car. So I'm sick with a cold. Oh, well, I'm sending you some good vibes. Good morning, Miss Lise. Sending good vibes your way. Good morning. You are very welcome. So today, I have my schedule up. I don't know if y'all seen the video that I posted yesterday. So we are making a seat cover this morning. We're going to do a seat cover for the car this morning. Hoping we may go on walkabout out to the car. It's still dark outside, but we could still get it in there. So I have the fabric already, because I was gonna do the quilting of the fabric this morning, but y'all, I was doing a sample one yesterday, and the sample one became what we're gonna use today, because needless to say, it took me over 2 hours to get it all prepped. So I only have 2 hours in the morning. I don't have enough time to do that. So, and I could have easily just Mirandered the quilt, or the fabric, but I didn't want it Mirandered. I wanted it quilted in each square. So let me show y'all that. Before I show y'all that, tomorrow we're gonna work on that. Good morning, thank you. He's just the sweetest little thing. You gotta say hi to him. Thank you. Before we get started on that, tomorrow is we're gonna make work on a Halloween quilt. I'm hoping we can get good morning from Missouri. Good morning from Arizona. Welcome to the live. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Thank you. I appreciate you joining this morning, y'all. I appreciate y'all joining. This morning, and Miss Lisa, Dave and I are headed your way this morning. We are headed your way this morning. Thanks for the flowers. They all smell so good. I love the smell of roses. Roses smell so good. So tomorrow morning, we're going to be piecing a Halloween quilt. Is there a pattern to it? No, there is no pattern to it. I have no rhyme or reason how I piece these quilts. Good morning, Michelle. So what we're going to do is I kind of make up a pattern as I go, and we piece it. I have a panel in the middle. Let me show you the panel we're going to be using. So this is for tomorrow morning, guys. So we have a thunderstorm. I like thunderstorms. Thunderstorms are cool. So like I said, this is Halloween. I'm not really a school fan, but y'all, look at this panel. Is this not a pretty panel? I can just see the quilting. I'm thinking we're going to quilt. I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to quilt with a black thread on this. So I don't know. So I did a sample square because we're going to have to add some sashing and stuff to the side of it. And a sample square this morning. Y'all are going to learn how to make this square tomorrow. You are going to learn how to make this square tomorrow. Is that not a cool square? That one turns out really cool. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate the follow. I love creating my own patterns too. It makes it so much fun, and you just keep it growing and growing until it gets to the size you want it, right? It works. It totally works. So tomorrow, y'all, tomorrow we are doing Halloween. If you want to know the schedule that we have, go to my bio, click that. I have it pinned. This week's schedule is right there on there, and you'll see this week's schedule. So good morning, Sue. How we doing this morning? So tomorrow's live, y'all. Tomorrow's live. You get to learn how to make this square, and we're gonna see if we can piece that out to be a Halloween quilt. And then, you know what? Wednesday we're doing blue tiles. I'm gonna show y'all how to do blue tiles with Kimberbell. And if we get that done, maybe we'll just quilt. Maybe we'll just quilt that. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Anyways, back to today. So I had the bright idea. So I don't know about y'all. So I live in Arizona. And living in Arizona, yeah, right? It's getting close to Halloween time. So we got to have some fun with some Halloween. I got to make some Halloween mug rugs. I got some really cool mug rugs for Halloween themes. So we're gonna have to do a few of those. Living in Arizona, the seats get hot, y'all. And when you're driving around and you're wearing shorts, your legs, I don't know about y'all, but my legs end up sticking to those leather seats, and then you stop to get out and your legs are stuck to the seats, and maybe it's just me. I don't know, but it drives me absolutely batty. So, needless to say, I've had a quilt on my, and let me show y'all the quilt. I'll show you the quilt. I've had a quilt on my seat for a while. Problem with the quilt, though, is it keeps sliding off, and I keep having to put it back on. So I need this back on my, this is a quilt I made a few years back. I actually made myself a quilt. So this is the quilt that I've had sitting on my chair in the car. So I'm like, and it keeps sliding off. Good morning, Cynthia. Keeps sliding off there. So I decided, yeah, oh my gosh, it hurts. I'll tell you. You go to stand up, and you're like, you stand up, and when you do, you're like leaving part of your legs, I swear, on your seat. And I'm like, ow, that hurts. So I'm like, you know what? The heck with it. We're going to make a seat cover. Do I have a pattern? No. So what I did is I went out to the car, add elastic to the bind. So what we're going to do is we're going to add, so I've quilted a panel. So, and y'all, this is a fun panel, and it's upside down. It's upside down. Like putting, yeah, that's about what it feels like. That is about what it feels like. It's like, ow, ow, ow. Good morning, Sherry. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, ow, it hurts. I have to say, I love Laura Lee. Laura Lee designs are, I have bolts of the fabric, so I love her stuff. So what I did, exactly, right? Fun. So what I did, and I'll show you on the back, is what I did is I actually quilted into each squared, and I didn't quilt down those. So, on the back, I added some pretty teal fabric, and you'll see that each square is quilted. So, like I said, I was going to do it on the live, but it took me over 2 hours to finish quilting this thing. So, so what I've done is I have a piece of fabric, and then I sandwiched it and I quilted it. So this piece of fabric, let me show you, let me give you guys the measurements. So what I did is I went to my car seat. I went to the car seat and I measured right below the headrest right there, and I measured all the way down, went in just a little bit, and then I measured the seat. So whatever that length was right there, I added 2 inches. I added an inch to the top and an inch to the bottom. That way, you know, you have room to, you know, for your seam allowances or whatever, you know. And it doesn't matter if it hangs over just a little bit. So it's all right. It's all right if it hangs over just a little bit. So now what we're going to do is, once I have this quilted and everything, I'm thinking what we're going to do. My idea is, so we're going to, of course, bind it. But thank you. I appreciate that. So what we're going to do is we're going to bind it, but I'm going to add some ties. So I'm going to add some ties. I'm thinking if we add a tie, I'm like a tie on me. We're going to tie me, guys. So what I'm thinking is if we add a tie, good morning, thank you. He's so sweet. I like him. So what we'll do is I'm thinking we'll add a tie. Good morning, Amy. We'll add a tie on each side of this. And I'm going to show you all how to add that tie while you're doing the binding. That way when you pop over that binding, your tie is right there and it's already sewed in. And you don't even see the ends of the other ends of that. So I'm going to show you all how to do that. But what I'm thinking is we have the seat cover. And you know how the seat, where the seat is, or the one seat bottom part starts and it goes that way. So what I'm thinking, good morning, thank you, Michelle, thank you. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take a piece of that binding, because I went and marked. Oh my gosh, a cake, that is the coolest thing. I hadn't seen that before. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to make some like bias tape. I think that's what it's called. We're going to make some bias tape. I'm already at, You're 5K. Oh my, yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. You guys are the awesome. I was just telling Cynthia this morning, and I was like, you know what? I love our morning group. We have such a wonderful morning group, and I love sewing with y'all. It is so much fun. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of that bias tape, and we're going to go across. You know, just give it that, you know, I don't know what you call it, sturdiness right there. And then that way, that kind of shoves back into the seat right there, and then it'll come out. I hope y'all are okay with us doing a seat cover. Good morning. Happy Monday, Miss Vilma. Good morning. Good morning. I need another cup of coffee. I made me a cup of coffee, and it was like right to the top. And I'll tell you, I was good, though. I made it all the way to the sink and didn't spill it. So my latest quilt and bag creations are on my page. Very cool. I will definitely. Oh, my gosh. Thank you for the coffee. Thank you. Y'all are awesome this morning. Y'all are awesome. Yes, right? You cannot function without it. So I'm thinking, let me see if I can find, oh, I do. Do any of y'all have one of these? Do y'all have one of these? Because we're gonna play with this. I'm gonna turn the iron on, and I'm gonna show y'all how to make some bias tape with these little things. So this is for a, so this one says on the back, I think this is for a 2.5 inch strip. I'm hoping anyways. So what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to create that bias tape, and I'm thinking, but it's in your, after today, you're going to check out with one, I promise you, because you're going to be like, oh, yep, you do yours the hard way. I do most of the time. I forget I have one, and then I'm like, what are you doing? You have a whole daggum thing of these. Why don't you use it? So what we're going to do is we're going to sew a piece of that bias tape across here. So let's make a couple. We're going to make a few of these. So that way, y'all, I'm excited for tomorrow, especially after just snuck away and bought a Laura Lee panel. Oh my gosh, right? I love Laura Lee. I have a bolt of the Laura Lee. I've got the dogs. I've got the patriotic one. If any of y'all want the patriotic one, let me know. I've got a whole bolt of it, and I don't think I'll use a whole bolt of that. So shoot me a message. So, all right. So let's do, so we're going to take 2.5 inch strip. And what I end up doing on these, you got the Scarecrow Song. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Hold on, I'm going to write that down because I'm going to have to go look what that one is. All right, Scarecrow Song. I'm writing that down because I want to see what it is. Got the binder thing in your cart. Okay, so I do a little trick. I do a little trick on these because trying to get them in there is hard. So what I do is I kind of cut like this, kind of. And I know it wastes a little bit of fabric at the beginning, but that's okay. So I cut just a little bit on there, because what you're doing is you're just going to shove it in here like this. And I think they have, we're going to go down like this. And if y'all know a different way to do this, let me know. And I'm almost thinking this is the wrong, no, I think it's okay. I think this might be the wrong size of, because I think what happens is you have this. I think that right there is what that is for, but I'm thinking, okay. So once you get it in there, and if you iron it right, right? Exactly. Okay. So you iron it right, and then literally you just keep pulling this. So you just keep pulling it across like this and iron as you're pulling. Cut one large diagonal edge, it's faster. Oh, okay. We'll try that with the next one. So we just keep going across, and that one kind of scrunched. That one scrunched. That one scrunched. Why'd you scrunch? Sometimes doing it the old-fashioned way works better, because then it scrunches. See what happens? My bias tape is never perfect, guys. My bias tape is never perfect. And I don't think that one is made for the 2.5-inch strip. You know what? The heck with it. We're going old school, guys. We're going old school because I think that one is for a 2-inch strip, not a 2.5-inch strip. Because what happens is it ends up bunching and then it doesn't work very well. Because I have like folds. So I'm thinking we have a flash goal this morning. Let's see what our flash goal is, guys. Start that flash goal. 11 of them. Oh my gosh. I don't know if we can get 11. I don't know if we can get 11 of those. So I'm going to iron this back out because we ended up with... We're going to redo this. We're going to redo this. Sorry, guys. Because we ended up with... I don't know where my 2.5-inch strip one is. Because I think that one was for a 2-inch strip and it was bunching it. It was bunching it. So I think what we'll do, so we're going to go the old-fashioned way. We're going to fold in half. Fold in half. Because I want to use this strip for that middle piece there. Yeah, that one has a 25 on the back of it. It has a 25 on the back of it. Because I have a... what I did with it. Somewhere. I don't know. Oh well. It's in there somewhere. Okay. So now we're going to fold these in, and I usually just do both of them at the same time. Try to anyways. Okay. Like I said, we're going to put a, I guess kind of a stabilized, to make it where it folds right there where that, the bottom of the seat's at, so it goes in the crease of your seat right there. I'm hoping this works, guys. I am making this pattern up as we go. I am literally making this pattern up as we go. So I'm like, well, we can figure this out. I did a steering wheel cover yesterday too. So I'm like, you know what the heck? We could do a steering wheel cover. We could try that out. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it over this way. That gets hot. That gets really hot there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this quilt, because like I said, I went and measured in my car. I went and measured right there at the right there at the bottom of the seat. So this is going to be right there at the bottom of the seat. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is I'm just going to sew this right on top here. So we're gonna sew. Oh, and you got to be kidding me. Do you see what I did? It is not long enough. It is not long enough. Dadgummit. You know, we could do it another way. Like I said, this is just for my car. Doesn't matter. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna go right there, because it's gonna come across where it gets binded anyways. So that's a nice thing. When it's just for your car, you're like, oh well. We are good this morning. How are you? Good morning, guys. Okay, so we're going to pin this on here. Like I said, we'll end up taking it out to the car too. So we'll end up taking it out to the cars. We're going to see. We're going to pin it on here. That way it kind of stays straight. Like I said, this is going to be right on the fold of the seat. Go right there. Did everybody have a good weekend? I hope everybody had a good weekend. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, I was going to go all across, but it didn't work out very well. But that's okay. Oh, cancel. Good. It was good. It was good. Got to see some friends of mine that I went to school with. The one gentleman I have known since second grade. He's like a brother to me. So, he married my best friend from high school. So they got married in October of 94. My husband and I got married in November of 94, and we're both still married. So how cool is that? Over 30 years. How is that possible? How is that possible? So like I said, so we have taken a piece of fabric and the measurements, thank you. So the measurements on this piece of fabric was, you literally went from right under the headrest and went down to the bottom of the seat, and then you came back to the bottom of the seat. So you did the, I was going to do two pieces, and I'm like, no, let's do, yes, I was 20 when I got married. 21, I turned 21. And then 2 days later, I had my oldest son, DJ. I turned 22. And 3 days later, I had my youngest son, Damon. They are a year and a day apart. So, yeah. Very cool, Miss Cynthia. Very cool. Yep, turned 21, had DJ. Turned 22, had Damon. I'm like, okay, there's a theme going on here. We're stopping that. So, 2 was plenty. 2 was plenty, y'all. I need to make sure that so I try and follow all you guys, because when you guys come and follow me, I try to go and click and follow, and they come and tell me, they're like, you followed too many people. You'll have to wait till the next day to come and follow you. So I'm like, craziness. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm following you. Okay. Just making sure. I'll try and follow all you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Okay. Thank you for the follow. So what we're going to do now is, like I said, we're going to add a bias tape. So we're going to sew this. This just gives the, where you know that it's going to go into the seam of the seat, and then it's going to come back out there. All right, Miss Lisa, I'll see you here in a little bit. So Oh my gosh, we have such a great community here. I love you guys. You guys are all awesome. I love sewing with you guys. Makes it so much fun. So much fun. Ha, ha, ha. All right, let's head over to the sewing machine, y'all. Head over to the sewing machine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take, let me put y'all here. I forgot to get my husband to fix this thing. Cancel. I need to change. We're going to cut that out. Because I don't think I want orange on the bottom here, guys. I don't want the orange thread. I was making that, what do you call it? Turquoise. We could do turquoise on the bottom. I was doing that Halloween square. And being I was doing the Halloween square, I had last night. So we're gonna go turquoise on the bottom, or kind of turquoise. Close enough. Close enough, guys. That way, it's kind of the same. Because I always, with my binding, I always try to make it where the bottom thread is close to the same color as that. So, but first thing we're gonna do, as I said, we've added a piece here. You need to finish my lake house quilt, but we gotta have fun with car stuff. I don't know. I was trying to think outside the box, y'all. I was trying to think outside the box. I'm like, okay, what can we do here? What can we do? Okay. So we are going to, I need my pin cushion. My pin cushion. Stay there. So I'm thinking, ta-doom. All right, so we're gonna go down this. Let's see. Oh, that's like a double stitch. Oh well. You end up picking those stitches that end up taking a while. You're like, oh, dadgummit. Oh well, it's not going to go anywhere, that's for sure. It's like triple stitching on this thing. So we're adding this in the middle here. That way we know exactly where it's going to go down the seat there. Like I said, I made this up. I made this up as we go here. So you took the length of your seat all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom, and then all the way from the base of the seat in the middle, all the way out to the out. I added an inch on each side. That way we have room for the seam allowance, and it can go over just a little bit. I figured it could go over just a little bit, wouldn't hurt anything, so. And then I'm adding this in the middle. That way we know exactly where it's gonna go into the middle of the seat there. Into the middle of the seat there. Okay, so we're gonna cut that one off. Thanks for the heart maze, y'all. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay, so that ended up, don't much care for that stitch. Don't not much care for that stitch, but that's the stitch that ended up going on it. Oh well. Sometimes you pick them, you're like, but the bad thing is once you start, unless you want a seam rip, I'm like, I don't like the seam rip. No, no. Okay. So now we have this in the middle. So what's going to happen, this right here is actually going to shove into the, thank you guys, everyone. So that's going to shove into the seat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to make some ties, because I want to tie right here That way it'll stay there, and I'm thinking we'll put a tie right here also. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna tie it to my seat in the car, but that's okay. So we're gonna put some ties here. I'm almost thinking, trying to think, we could totally use, I'm thinking we could just use some rope. I have rope. Shall we use rope? I think rope would work. Because we could use some rope. Because what'll happen is when we bind it, yeah, that's what I'm saying, rope. All right, let's use some rope, and I'll show you how we're gonna do that. I'll show you how we're gonna do that. That way, because it'll go on. You'll sew it on at the exact same time you do your binding. Y'all get to see binding again. You get to see binding again. I need to turn the fan on, y'all. I need to turn the fan on. On. It's still hot in Arizona. I don't know where y'all are at, but it's still warm here. We were out swimming in the lake this weekend, so. Velcro would be good too. I don't have no Velcro. I don't have no Velcro. But I got the rope. I got the rope. I'm thinking we're going to, I got lots of, you know what? I got lots of purple. How about we use purple? Thinking we're going to use purple. I don't even think I've used this rope yet on the, I thought about making fabric ties. But for the time of the live, I'm thinking we're going to do rope. How long? I was thinking it's better to have it too long than not long enough. So we're going to go that length. So we're going to go, so we need 2 for each one. There's 2. And then we get 2 more. There's 2, so we need 4 more. 4 more here. You fabric ties your go-to. I kind of like fabric ties too. I don't know if you, I did, so I don't know if y'all ride side-by-sides or four-wheelers or not. Oh, you have an idea. Like on a mitten pad, sometimes they have that bumpy, oh, the, what do you call it? I forget what they call that stuff. Good idea. That's a good idea too. That is a good idea too. See, we all have great ideas. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I'm hoping somebody on here is going to say it. Good morning, Renee. How are you? I've lost my count. How many we got here? So we've got 2. 2. I need one more. I think. So we get 2. No, we get 2. I need 2 more. I can't count, y'all. Like the jar openers. This stuff? Oh my gosh. What a phenomenal idea. I didn't even think about that. Holy cow. Oh, do we add it now? Oh my gosh. I'm going to contemplate this for a minute while we add this. Because, you know what? I have a whole roll of it. We could totally do that. Oh my gosh. How do we add it on there, though? We're going to figure this out here in a minute, y'all. We may be adding that. My car seat always moves and I get in and out. Okay. I know. That's why I decided to do this, because I had a quilt sitting there. Bind it in. All right. I think we're doing it, y'all. I think we're doing it. I need one more. See, this is why we do this together. Okay. That's a phenomenal idea. But we only need it on the bottom. We don't need it on the back, right? Just on the bottom. I'm thinking on the bottom. I don't think we need it in the back. Just the bottom. Okay. All right. So I think I have enough of these. All right. So here's the bottom part. We're going to see how this lays out here. You guys get to help me. Thanks for the help, y'all. You guys are awesome. This makes it so much fun. Okay. So I'm thinking, so you're saying, so we're going to go up to there. So we're going to need 2 strips. Scissors. Scissors, there you are. I go blind trying to cut this stuff because I'm like, where are we at? It's like gingham material. You know how you have all those and you stare at it too long, you go cross-eyed. Okay. I can't believe I had the stuff that we needed, right? All right. So I'm thinking 2 strips here. 2 strips. And I just happen to have a roll of it, huh? It must have been meant to be, y'all. Must have been meant to be. Oh my gosh, this is a phenomenal idea. Great idea, y'all. Great idea. Okay, so I'm thinking, should we stitch it? It was meant to be. Yeah, it's shelf lining. It is shelf lining. So we should probably, I'm trying to think, should we stitch this together? Or I'm almost thinking we put it in and then we stitch over the cross of it, because otherwise we're going to have like a, what do you call it? Like a lump in the middle if we do it that way. But if we do it, just line it up. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thanks for the follows. This is too much fun. This is just too much fun. You guys have phenomenal ideas. Phenomenal ideas. See, we're a team, y'all. We are totally a team. We are a team here. So I'm thinking this stuff is not gonna like to sew though. This stuff is not gonna like, we're gonna have this on top. I may have to add saran wrap to the bottom. Yeah, so we're making a seat cover, and we had some great ideas on here. So somebody said, how about we add the fabric or the shelf lining. So I happen to have a roll of this right back here. The shelf lining to the seat, bottom of the seat area. That way it doesn't slide. Yeah, so I've made jar openers. That's what I have it for, is I've made jar openers. So, I'm trying to think, because I have a feeling we're going to have to get saran wrap out, y'all, in order to make it slide when we do the binding. I have a feeling we're going to have to get that saran wrap out. I have a feeling. I don't know, but because what I'm thinking about, what we're going to have to do is, yeah, I did. So let me flip this around. But I'm thinking what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put a stitch down right here. But I'm thinking what we could do is tape. We could tape it right now. Thinking we could tape it right now. Yeah, let's tape this. See, this is what happens on my lives. You guys get to help, and then we got to figure out how we do what we're going to do here. So, yeah, like, so, medical tape. I use medical tape. Medical tape works really well. So, medical tape It's pretty much the same thing as painter's tape. Pretty much same thing as that painter's tape. I'm almost thinking we're going to tape it in place. Do you happen to have any batting tape? I do not have any batting tape. I do not have any batting tape. I wished I had some batting tape. No, I don't have any batting tape. You know what I do have? Medical, yeah, this is what this is medical paper tape. Medical paper tape. Because I think that will keep it in line here. I'm hoping. Hoping. I'm just concerned on when we start sewing it, because it's not quite as wide as my it's not going to catch, because I think we're going to have to actually stitch around it, guys. I think we're going to actually have to stitch around it, because I don't want to add another piece to it. We're going to go try and stitch. We're going to see if we can stitch. This is a trial by error, y'all. This is a trial by error. So we're going to see if we can stitch it on there, and then we'll add the binding. We'll see. Hopefully this works. Get back on there. Get back on there. Trial by error. I'm almost half tempted to just stitch down on top of the tape, because that's actually not a bad idea. See the things I come up with here. All right, I think we're going to use our go-to stitch. We're going to use our go-to stitch here. Let's see what happens, guys. I think I'm going to use our blanket stitch on here. It is not moving. Okay. This isn't working out very well, guys. Okay, stop. That's like not wanting to move. Trying to think. You know what we're gonna do, guys? We're getting the industrial machine out. We're gonna move up here. Wider stitch. Hold on. I'm getting the Husqvarna out, guys. I'm gonna get the Husqvarna out, because it'll do a wider stitch here. going to change machines. Yes, I'm determined. We're getting this. We're going to do this. So we're going to use the Husqvarna. When all else fails, pull out Husky. She likes to sew through things. Okay. Get her plugged up. Okay. All right, we're going to turn her on. Hey, that's all right. I don't mind. You can use a long strip of fabric on top and stitch it. We could try that. We could totally try that. We're going to get it done. We started it. We're going to figure this out because it's a good idea. It's a good idea. I like the idea. It is a good idea. Besides, you guys haven't seen the Husqvarna in a while, so we're gonna have fun with her. We're gonna have fun with her. Figure out my stay there. My thing for the back broke, so I've had to tape it on. Stay there. So what I do is I keep taping it on until I gotta get in there, and then I'm like, oh, hey, stay there. All right, Mr. Husky. Let's have some fun. All right. So we're going to start new. I'm going to see. Go down. Make sure you guys can see. Can you guys see that okay? I think you can see that okay. Okay. And we need a new bobbin in here. This machine is a 980Q. It is a 980Q. The Husqvarna 980Q is what this machine is. Okay. Thank you, thank you. All right, thanks, Miss Amy. All right, so we'll get the bobbin threaded here. Really? Okay. First thing I'm almost thinking maybe you're right. Maybe you have the 175Q and love it. Yeah, I love this machine, y'all. It'll sew through it. Supposedly 16 layers, y'all. 16 layers. Not sure if it will or not, but supposedly it'll sew through 16 layers. Okay, where? Oh, I'm like, where did it go? Wrong quilt. Wrong quilt. I'm like, we lost something there. Okay. So, we were trying to do this. Just curious. We're just going to try it and see. If it doesn't go, we'll add a piece of fabric. We'll add a piece of fabric. We're going to try this first, just to see if it'll work. Hey, we're having fun, right? We're having fun. Yeah, it was the wrong quilt. Thanks, because I'm like, we're missing a piece of fabric here, guys. We're missing a piece of fabric. But no, we were not missing a piece of fabric. We were just had the wrong thing there. All right, let me find a stitch. Almost thinking we just do... Let's see how wide we can go here. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh, we need to slow her down. She likes to go really fast when you start her up, so. All right, here we go. Let's see if this one moves it. Yeah, no, okay. Let's try fabric. Experiment, absolutely, experimenting's good. It's like, oh, hey, it's keeping my foot. Give my foot back. Oh, that's what's happening is it's getting sticky stuff on there. Getting sticky stuff. Well, that's bad. That's why it was sticking. It was getting all sticky. I think I need a different foot on here too. Let's go. You know what? We're going to put this plastic foot on here. Now I got to get that sticky stuff off of that foot. We're going to put a plastic foot on. And we're going to grab... Just curious. I think you're right. We're going to put fabric. Let's add the fabric. It's the back of it. It doesn't matter what it looks like, right? Let's try this. Guys, I think this is working. Whoever said fabric, it worked. Whoever said add fabric, it worked. So what we'll do is we'll sew down one side and then sew down the other side. These made-up patterns. I tell ya. But it's one of those things, it's like, my husband's like, you know, we could buy one. And I'm like, I know we could buy one, but then it's not as fun, right? Then it's not as fun. This one sews a lot better. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Velma. Great idea. Great idea, because your idea totally worked. Totally worked there. We need to add a little bit more fabric to the end here. A little bit more fabric to the end. How much more fabric do we need? That's why you got scrap fabric. That's why you get scrap fabric. Doom. Living in a camper, y'all, you got limited space. Living in a camper, you got limited space here. So we're going to fold this in. I'm going to fold the edge over. Because we're going to come around the one end and then come back down. We're just going to put this in there. Like that. Come down there. All right. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Down. So now we're going to turn it this way. We're going to come across this way. Then turn it back this way, and we're going to come down. Then we should be able to do the same thing on the edge there, guys. Great job! This is too much fun. This is too much fun. I would have never thought about adding that. And now I'm excited because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, it's really not going to stay because it's still going to slide because it's just fabric, but now it's not going to. Now it's not going to. I'm excited. So I'm not gonna sew across that one because we're gonna end up doing the binding right there anyway, so. Okay, that worked. That totally worked. So let's do this because we still have the side. Because I'm thinking, because it doesn't line up. Either I'm crooked, which is very well possible. We need to put one across the top, though. We need to put one across the top. Across the top. I need a longer piece. We're going to do a longer piece across the top. Between the fabric and between the Husqvarna here, makes it nice to have a machine. Good morning, good morning. We're making things up this morning, y'all. If you're just joining, we're doing this as a team. We have come up with this, so we're doing a seat cover for my car. And needless to say, we've come up with these ideas as we're going here. So we're adding shelf lining to the bottom of the seat cover. That way it doesn't shift. That way it doesn't shift. And you know what? This is a really good idea, y'all. This is a really good idea because, even the seat covers that you get, those seat covers move too. Those end up moving too. So why not? I'm going to tell my husband, I was like, we came up with something online today. I'm going to tell him, I was like, we put shelf lining on my car seat cover. And he's going to be like, you did what? It'll be funny. How about funny? Hey, Ray, how are ya? Thanks for joining this morning. See how this goes. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. So, we'll get this all sewed. We'll go across the top. Stop. Okay. Cut that one. We'll come back this way. It's going to be a heavy-duty one, y'all. Thank you, thank you. And Ray, you missed it. So we were trying to figuring out the bottom, and y'all, thanks for all y'all's help, came up with the idea to add the shelf lining to the bottom of the seat so it doesn't move. And of course, then we had to figure out how to stitch the shelf lining down because it's so sticky. It's so sticky. So, but thanks to all y'all. Teamwork. We have teamwork this morning, y'all. We have teamwork. So I love the teamwork. It's like I'm always telling my employees at work, let's work as a team. Teamwork always, yes, right, Miss Amy? Teamwork always makes it best. Always makes it best when you have teamwork here. But we had to bring out the teamwork makes the dream. Exactly, exactly. Totally, totally. But we had to bring out the big dog here. He needed to sew anyways. He needed to sew this morning. He hasn't sewed in a while, so. Hasn't sewed in a while. Okay. And that actually works because it just even gives it, oops, gives it that much of more of a, so, because, I mean, it doesn't bother the thing on the back, on the front. So, it's raining on the way to school drop off. Ugh. Don't get wet. Don't get wet. Okay. So, oh my gosh, I'm excited, guys. Look. We've got it on there. We've got it on there. I'm excited. I am excited here. Okay. So now what we need to do, I'm thinking we need to add a strip there too, guys. I think because it's a little bit wider than where that seam, than where the binding's gonna go. So we're gonna add another strip. Thank you, Ray. We're gonna add another strip here and then another strip on the other side. Yay! Awesome. Thanks for tapping, y'all. Y'all, we hit 16K already this morning. We have already hit 16K. How cool is this? This is a fun live. Oh my gosh. And y'all, if we have time, which we might, I'm going to show y'all the steering wheel cover if we can, because I had the bright idea yesterday. I was like, I made bowl covers. Why can't we use the same philosophy of a bowl cover and make a steering wheel cover? So I did a steering wheel cover yesterday too. So how fun. Okay. So we're going to take, because I think I need some longer strips. I'm going to get some longer strips here, y'all. And this is a colorful quilt, so we're going to have fun with some colorful colors. So I'm going to fold this down. And you be careful tapping while driving too, ma'am. You be careful tapping while driving, please. So we're going to... because we'll just add that into the binding when we get that there. So we're going to come down here. That way it hides my... This is where I wish sometimes I had a bigger place. If I had a bigger place, I could have more room here, guys, but y'all get the experiences of quilting in an RV, y'all. Quilting in an RV. I am in the toy hauler here, so. Okay. Here we go. I think that plastic foot helps too. I think the plastic foot slides a little better. This is gonna be cool, guys. This is gonna be cool. I'm super excited. So we'll get this one added. And then, like I said, we don't have to sew the other side because that'll just be, we'll just sew it down with the binding. We'll just sew it down with the binding there. And we're going to take it out to the car. We're going to take it out to the car. Or a walking foot. Yeah, walking foot could have worked too. You're right on there. Walking foot could have worked. I have a walking foot somewhere for this machine. And you know what? I think with that extra fabric on the edge, it'll probably help with that binding too. It's probably going to help with the binding too, so. Okay, so now we'll go and do the other side. And then we'll take and pin. Oh my gosh, this is working. This is working, guys. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic here. Too much fun. Too much fun. Our morning lives are a lot of fun, y'all. Our morning lives are a lot of fun. Okay, so we're gonna fold this over because I want to go down this way, because if I go up, it may bunch at the top. So we want to make sure we go down. That way we're pulling the fabric down there. So we're going to come over here. I think, where'd my other, I thought I grabbed 2 pieces. There it is. Let's see, I know I grabbed 2 pieces. Okay. So now we're going to come down this one. If all else fails, you have a messed up edge, just cover it with fabric. Just cover it with fabric. Works out okay. But I have to say, I think that plastic foot just glides right across that, so. It's some sticky stuff, y'all. This is some sticky stuff. It just grips. Definitely grips. Off the end here. Okay, cut this. Okay, so it is now on there. It is now on there. It is not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. Yay, yay, yay. So I'm almost thinking trim this off because it ended up a little bit off on the end here. All right, binding, guys, binding. So we'll do the bottom first. We're gonna do the bottom first. We don't need ties on the bottom because the bottom will just hang down. The bottom will just hang down. So now the rope. Yeah, so the rope we'll add to the top. We're going to do the bottom one first that doesn't need rope. So we're going to fold over. You're going to fold over the one side. You're going to take and let's see if I can, so you guys can see. So we're going to take and we're going to clip it. We're going to clip this, make sure the flat's on the bottom. So we'll clip this all the way across here. I'm going to trim more of that off there, maybe. Or it just folds around it. Yeah, because we'll add ropes to the middle section and the 2 top. We're going to add it on each of the corner of the top. Because really, I don't think the bottom's going anywhere now, guys. I don't think the bottom's going to go anywhere now. I don't think. This is too much fun. This one is too much fun. So then we gotta trim off this side. This is easy binding, y'all. Easy binding. Now I gotta go find that stitch on this machine. I gotta find that stitch on this machine. I ain't even moving back to the other machine. We're just gonna use this machine. Actually, you know what? Like, do we just use... Because I don't know if I have that stitch. Ooh, I do have that stitch. Okay, it's on D. Okay. So we're gonna go this away. This thing's gotten a little heavy, y'all. This thing's gotten a little heavy. Sure, go across there. Binding. So on the binding that I do is I take and I fold it up. I know I'm a little far from the screen. So 2.5 inch strip, ma'am. 2.5 inch strip on this binding. So now we're going to take and fold it up like this. And then you're going to fold it up one more time and pull it around. You're going to fold it up one more time and pull it around. And you're folding it behind this. So the piece of fabric is behind this. And then when you fold it to the front, you have the front there, and you have a fold on this side. You got to make sure you do a fold when you sew that binding on there. So let me get this folded and clipped right quick. And then we got to remember to add rope on our next piece here. We got to add rope on our next piece. So we're going to clip this, and I use a blanket stitch on this. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Ask all the questions you want. I love questions. Always willing to answer questions. This makes it a little easier doing it this way. Can you guys see the sewing okay? I love this machine. This machine is a lot of fun. He likes to sew. I call him a he because my husband got me this machine as a surprise one day. He's like, here. It was actually when I had taken him. Okay, cool. It was when I had taken him to... because my husband sews also, and I had taken him to a long arm class, and he learned how to use how to long arm. So that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. But as a surprise, I'm working on a project. Next thing I know, he comes in and he goes, hey, I want to show you something. I go out there and he goes, check this machine out, which he's gorgeous. And I'm like, oh, that's a cool machine. He goes, he's yours. I'm like, what? They'd had it on discount on the discount rack. So, I seen that stitch. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. We're going. Okay. So now we're going to come across here. Hopefully. We may have to go the other way. We may have to go the other way because that is going to grab. On but the radio. This is where it may get interesting, y'all. You know what? We're going to test it. I'm going to get the saran wrap. Well, I don't know if the saran wrap will work, though. How are we going to get this stitched, guys? Because it's going to grab. You think the saran wrap will work? Because it's grabbing, because as it needs to stitch, it won't move. Oh, very cool. How fun is that? How fun is that? I want to do a quilt retreat. I haven't done a quilt retreat in years. Try the saran wrap? Let's try the saran wrap. Let me get the saran wrap. Be right back. Y'all, if this doesn't work, how about aluminum foil? I have aluminum foil. We could totally use aluminum foil. I bake, so I have big things of saran wrap. Tissue paper for gifts. Foil. Yeah, let's see what this does. Let's see what this does. Yep, that ain't gonna work. We're figuring this out, guys. I just foiled my sewing machine. Trial Monday, right? Trial Monday. It is Trial Monday. I think this one might work. I don't know why, but I have a feeling this one might work. That's all it spells. I spray Pam, right? I'm like, we could spray some Pam on there. This is killing me, guys. I got an idea. I got an idea. As long as we can keep it away from the stitching. That way it doesn't get stitched down. Put another piece of... Yeah, that's... Good idea there, Miss Amy. Because that's kind of what I've done is added a piece of fabric. Let's see what we do here. Let's see if we can get it. If we can just get it to go. Thanks for the follow. Tape fabric to the... Oh, hey, you know what? But the thing is that it's still going to grab onto that fabric as it goes. I'm having to cover it so it doesn't... You not to pull the fabric. Well, I don't think we have an option on this one. I don't think we have an option on this one not to pull. We're almost to the end though. Am I sewing? No. I was like, am I sewing the fabric? Woo! So we're having fun this morning. Let me show you what we're doing here. So we're making and I don't think the tinfoil did anything. I think the fabric was it. So we're making a seat cover, and on the back of the seat cover, we've added the, you know, the lining that you put in your shelves, the shelf lining. That way it doesn't move on the bottom of your seat. So we've added that to the bottom of it. So we were trying to make it where we could actually bind this quilt. So now we need to add the rope. Now we need to add the rope. So this is too much fun. Okay, so now I'm thinking we're going to, I think we're going to go to my kitchen table, y'all. We're going to go to my kitchen table because we're going to, thank you. I'm going to unpin you guys from there because needless to say, I've kind of taken my workspace here. And we are going to go take those. I need strips. You guys are getting dizzy here. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna put you down for a minute. I'm gonna grab some strips. Because we need some long strips here. Oops, I need those. Okay. We're going to my kitchen table, guys. We're going to my kitchen table. Okay. So we're going to do this on the kitchen table. Thanks for the follow, guys. Thanks for the follow. Okay. So let me put that there. Turn the light on. That way we can actually see. That way we can see. Okay. So now what we're going to do. Hey, this works out pretty good, guys. Yay, glad you made it back home okay. And the kids got to school okay. So now what we're going to do is, so we have these ties. We're putting two ties on each end. We're going to put two ties on each end. So in order to do that, I'm going to clip this here. So I'm going to clip two of them here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the batting down, and you're going to sew right over the top of those. And then that way when we fold that batting over, you're going to be able to see this actually is going to stay there, and it's already going to be stitched down. It'll be stitched down. So we're going to go to the top, and we're going to add two more on this side. We're going to add two more on this side. Like I said, you want to, we're going to curve these this way. We're going to curve those this way. I'm going to clip those there. So, and that one, that way, that one's coming this way, and that way when you pull it and tie it, it'll be that way. Somehow or another, I got those stupid eyelashes on there, and I don't know how to get rid of those daggum things. So, sticky stuff, guys. I'm liking the sticky stuff. This is too much fun. So, I have this jelly roll. I'm hoping is enough. We're going to find out here. Hold on, I'm going to sew that right there. Don't go anywhere. The foot on my other machine is now all sticky too, so. All right, so we add another fold here. So I'm going to show you guys what happens on this one because we're going to end up with a corner here. We'll end up with a corner. So I'm going to add a fold on here. So then we'll go and clip this all the way across. And this one where that rope is, you're just gonna make sure you keep the rope clipped, because you want to make sure you sew that in there. Okay. And I think we're probably gonna put it, well, no, because we'll be stitching over the top of it, so we'll be okay. I'll say we could put a double stitch there, but I don't think we will have to. What was the question? I think she said one set for sides. So this does, no. This will do for the top and bottom. Yeah, so the rope, if you're asking where the rope is going right in the middle of the seat where it scooshes down. Scooshes. Y'all, I'm making up words. I'm making up words here as we go. So this rope is coming this way. I need a pair of scissors. Stay there. Stay. So we're going to fold that one there. Put a clip here. Thank you guys for the likes. Y'all, we're at 28K this morning. We're at 28K this morning. That is so awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and pin the other side too. We're going to go ahead and pin this side too. Grab 2 more pieces of fabric here. Let me sew these. Yeah, exactly. Thank y'all for your help this morning. This has been too much fun. Hold on, let me sew this right quick. Okay, so we'll put this one on here. And remember, you always want to put a fold at the front of your binding. And not a big, I mean, just an inch or so. It makes it where you can have that corner. So we're gonna 2.5 inch strip on this. This is a 2.5 inch strip. Yeah, I hope after all this, I hope this works. After all this, I hope this works. No, you're good. You were good. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Y'all, if y'all are just joining, we're having lots of fun this morning. We are doing a seat cover for the car. And y'all have helped me figure out how to get this going. Because we have added, I quilted it yesterday because, like I said, it took me a couple hours to get it quilted. Because I decided, had this bright idea. Oh, you know what I did? Y'all, I forgot the rope. I forgot the rope. We need rope. We're gonna have to go back up to the top and add the rope. That way we can tie this thing in. That way we can tie this thing in. Did I not cut enough rope? I didn't cut enough rope. 2, 2, 2. Don't go nowhere, guys. Wrong, I forgot to grab it. I had enough. I was like, I was pretty sure I counted enough. Okay, so we want to put it on the back side of that binding. And this one we're doing it catty cornered, right on the corner, whatever it is. We're doing it right on the corner. We're going to pull this back this way, and then you're going to clip it behind the batting. You want to do behind the batting. So you have it right there, and you've got the batting on the front, or the batting, the binding. Why am I calling it batting? So you got the batting right on the there, and then it comes this way. So we're going to come back this way. there. And then trim here. Fold that over. I'll put another foot there. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll go back to the sewing machine. We'll go back over to the sewing machine. We're going to just sew a straight stitch here. We're just going to sew a straight stitch here. See all the quilts? Quilts hanging everywhere. You walk in my house, you're like, yep, I'm a quilt. Oh my gosh, those daggum eyelashes are driving me nuts, guys. Okay. So we're going to put you guys there. Okay. Yeah, lots of quilts. Lots of quilts. I'll show y'all on my next walk back, so. We're going to pull that rope over there. So we're going to go. Sure that your rope is not getting stitched in just on the edge there. I think it's probably a good thing I grabbed this machine out because we got quite a few layers we're going through here, y'all. Like I said, supposedly this machine will go through 16 layers. I guess we're fixing to actually probably put it to test here, y'all. Because you figure we're going through 2 layers of fabric, batting, the fabric lining. We've got quite a few layers going here. Quite a few layers going here. It is not a zipper foot. No, that is not a zipper foot. So your zipper foot looks like, where's the zipper foot? Do I have a zipper foot in here? Zipper foot kind of looks like this. Your zipper foot kind of looks like that. This one's just it's an H. It's just a regular foot. I gotta get the sticky stuff off the back of that. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the other side here. Teflon foot. See? This is why y'all are here. This is why y'all are here, because you tell me the names of these things. Tell me the names of these things here. I was like, it's that, what do you call them? Doohickey. My grandma used to call it was a doohickey. It's the doohickey. I'm like, what the heck's a doohickey, Grandma? She goes, she's like, you know, the doohickey. And I'm like, okay, Grandma, I'll figure out what the doohickey is, but... the front of it down. Stop. Okay, now we need to make sure the rope's over that way. Good for vinyls. Gotcha. Thanks, Cynthia. It's a doohickey. We're doing a doohickey here. how I fold that binding. So Miss Robin, we're doing a seat cover this morning. I had the bright idea to do a seat cover. It was a lot more into it than I realized, and then we've just added a few things to it too. So we've been having fun. We've been having fun this morning. I said, if you have a sewing machine, there's not much you can't make. There's not much you can't make. You always come up with something new. I always come up with something new. Make sure that rope is pulled over. Sew across that rope there. Okay. Now we'll go back and we'll do some clipping. We'll go back and do some clipping there. Pull you up. Okay. I've been MIA lately. Oh, I hope you're okay, Miss Robin. I hope you're okay. I hope you are okay. Okay. So now, I pulled a piece of the Halloween fabric. Get back over there. Okay. So now we have this binding. So we've sewed the binding on the back, and I'm going to show y'all. So see where we sewed the rope? So now it's going to just pull across, and you'll have it, you're going to have that rope to be able to go on there. So now what we're going to do, you're going to flip this over. I'm going to flip this over. So now binding, guys. I'm going to, oh, got you. Okay, well, sending lots of good vibes your way. So now what we're going to do with the binding, you're going to take and you're going to fold this, and this is a 2.5 inch binding. So you're going to fold this up to the seam, and you see where you have the seam here? So you're going to fold this all the way up to that seam right there. And when you fold it up to the seam, you're going to fold it up. And then on the front side, you see, you've got it folded behind the edge of your quilt. You have it folded behind the edge of your quilt. Once you do that, you're going to pull it across the front. And then you have your edge there. Then you have your edge there. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to clip it all the way across. When I get to the other side, I'll show you how we do the corners. And then we just do a blanket stitch on these. Get these folded. And then hopefully it'll go across okay. So we're going to go across. If any of you guys are new to me this morning, I am on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning. We are doing something different every morning, y'all. If you want to see my schedule is, I have it pinned on my page for you. Tomorrow's Halloween quilt. I'm going to show y'all how to do a new square. And while we do that new square, I'm also going to show y'all how to make a quilt, just with no pattern, no nothing. You just keep adding to it, and until you get to the point you're like, okay, this is a good size. It works. It works. And I'm going to figure out how to get rid of those crazy eyelashes that are on me. I apologize for those. Sometimes you play with the filters, or the kids play with filters, and then you're like, okay, how do I get that off of there? How do I get that off there? It's like the long eyelashes. I have my daughter-in-law wears those long eyelashes, which they look really pretty on her, but I have a feeling they hit my glasses. I have a feeling they'd hit my glasses there, y'all. So again, I'm folding this behind, I'm folding it behind that seam there, and then folding it forward, and then folding it forward, and then clipping. And then we're going to do a blanket stitch across there. We'll do a blanket stitch across there. This is turning out so cool, guys. Okay. Can you do a pumpkin-shaped trick-or-treat bag, Nick? Sure. Why not? Remind me when I get back to the table, and I'll write it on my to-do list. I'll like I said, you guys get to choose what we make. So I don't see why we can't do a pumpkin-shaped trick-or-treat bag. I bet we could figure it out. We'll figure that one out. Okay, cool. So we're at the corner, and I already did this side. So this side is already done. So what I'm gonna do, you ever wrapped Christmas gifts or birthday gifts or something? So when you wrap birthday gifts, you always have that one corner. My mom always like, put that corner in there. We're gonna make it have pretty corners. So you fold it over to that seam, and then you fold it up like this. And then when you fold it up and over, it's gonna give it that corner. So let me show you guys, get this folded, and I'll show you that corner. It gives you that really cool corner. So see how it gives you a corner? It gives you a corner. I got seams there, but then we'll stitch down that. So somebody the other day was saying it kind of looks like a what do you call it? A picture frame, and it does kind of looks like a picture frame on there. So put a couple clips there, and we'll do the other side too. You may have, okay, coolness, Miss Cynthia, very cool. So again, you're gonna, just like you're doing a Christmas gift or a birthday gift. So you're doing that corner right there, and then you're folding up, and this is on the second one. Your first ones, you just have the fold, and then you kind of fold it up and around. So you line that up with the seam on the back, and remember, you're behind the edge of that mitered corners. Thank you, Robin. Then you're behind that the quilt, and then you're going to fold it across. Then you're going to fold it across. We're going to come across, go. See, I make up words. I make up words. And you guys help me out. You guys help me out here. All right. It doesn't want to slide across the table here because of the fun shelf lining. Y'all, shelf lining works really well. All I gotta say is, it ain't moving. Right, Cynthia? Why wouldn't you? I'm glad you have the pattern because it'll make it where I can make bags for the kids. I got 5 grandkids, y'all. I got 5 grandkids, and they need Easter baskets. Or Easter baskets. Halloween trick-or-treat baskets. Why am I going to Easter? We're going back in time, y'all. They need Easter baskets. Yeah. With a Halloween theme. I can't wait to try this binding method on my... Yeah, it works out really well. It works out. And I have a video on my YT page that has doing binding. There's a whole video on doing binding, so we're gonna go across. I have a feeling once we get this done, I think it's daylight outside. So y'all are going out to my car. We're gonna try this on my car, y'all. We're gonna try it on my car, and hopefully this works. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed. Well, very true, Cynthia. Very true. Very true. Change it for the seasons. So see, it could have been a trick-or-treat, or a, now I'm going trick-or-treat. It could have been an Easter basket, too. It could be both. It could be both. Thanks for saving me there, Cynthia. So clip this. Okay. And then on the rope, I'm thinking on the rope, we're going to have it this way. That way it stitches down even more. So, all right. Whose birthday is whose birthday? Turned 18 today. Wow. Very cool. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I like birthdays. Okay. So we're going to put you guys there. Okay. Where are you at? There you are. Okay, guys. Now we're going to try. I'm thinking we need that piece of fabric. Just want to make sure that I don't sew that piece of fabric. So you want to sew down the corner first. Y'all, this is a lot of fabric that we're going through here. Maybe it'll work better if I hold it up. Not push down, just kind of. You guys are getting turned here. Turned. All right. So we're getting to the one side. You want to make sure we hold out that rope. That way it gets a little bit more sturdy of a stitch there too. Sturdy of a stitch. Sometimes the things I say, guys. I hope after all this work that it actually fits, I'll tell you. Okay, past the heavy duty stuff. Now to the lighter side. Yay! Okay. We're almost done, guys. We are almost done. Sorry, I saw a thread. Squirrel. So this is a 980Q. I pull him out. I call him Husky. I pull him out when I do heavy duty jobs. So we were having issues earlier trying to get it. Hopefully, Nikki, yes. Hopefully we are. Good morning, Nikki. How was your weekend? They are definitely working. So this machine, if you look up the 980Q, supposedly will sew through 16 layers of fabric. Because it has that adjustable, it senses how thick the fabric is. So I have to say, it works out really well, especially when you're got all the metal for the roof and exterior paint. Oh, awesome, awesome. It was good. It was good. Enjoyed the weekend. For once, I didn't work too much anyways. I did some, but not too much, so. The other side sewed, and then all we'll have left is the top, and then we're gonna go try it out, y'all. My designer Ruby has gone through 7 layers. Nice. So I also have, I'll have to show you because I think it's a Ruby. I have one behind me too. I have 2 Husqvarnas. I have 2 Husqvarnas. Is yours in a embroidery machine too, or no? The clip back here. Oof. We're so close, guys. So close. We have one more side to go here. Okay. Yeah. So I have the same machine back here. Okay. Let me tape this one. The back one, got messed up, so, okay. So as you can see, we have the rope back here. Worked out really well. Worked out really well, okay. Taking it out to the car, and I'll show you all the steering wheel cover that we did yesterday. Not gonna have time to show you how to make one, but maybe we can add that to there. Thank you, Renee. I'm excited. I'm excited to get it in the car. I'm excited to get it in the car to see what it looks like. So, like I said, you're like, hey, I need a seat cover. Well, let's just make one. Let's just make one. Why not? We got a sewing machine. We could do this. We don't have a pattern. It's okay. You make up a pattern. If you don't have one, you just figure it out. Y'all, I hardly ever go buy a pattern. Problem is I have a hard time, and granted, I'm a director of IT. Don't get me wrong, I've been in IT for almost 30 years now. But I have a hard time with, like, reading and being able to comprehend or take it. For some reason, when I read, the minute I read it, it's gone. If I listen to it, I'm good. If I listen to it, I'm good. But if I have to read it and figure it out what I've just read, I'm in trouble, guys. I'm in trouble. That's why I listen to the majority of the stuff. That is why I listen. I'm a hands-on. I've taken a lot of classes that are hands-on classes. I like to take what do you call it? Technical colleges. I went to a technical college. So thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow. So a lot of the things I do is, how'd that one end up in a different spot? Oh well, I guess it's gonna have to work. Video only, yeah. I'll tell you. It was hard in school, but once you figured out how to do it, it worked out okay. Kind of like how we've now figured out how to do sew with this, what do you call it? Shelf lining. Not to pull on your fabric or push on your fabric, but when you're using the shelf lining, you have to pull and push. You don't want to push down on the machine, because if you push down on the machine, it just grabs. That stuff grabs, y'all. I have a feeling it's going to work really well on the seat. I think it's going to work really well on the seat. I'm excited. We're going to find out here. We're going to find out. Hot. Done, and then we will add the top, and we're done. And we're done, and we'll be going out to the car, y'all. We're gonna try this on. Fingers crossed our ideas work. Fingers crossed our ideas work, y'all. And then we have a fun seat cover. Then we have a fun seat cover here. No more sewing of that stuff. Thanks for the follows, y'all. Thanks for the follows. Anybody that's new to me this morning, I'm on Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 6:30 in the morning, Arizona time, which is Mountain Standard Time, I believe. It's 6:30 now. I have my schedule. We do something different every day. I let y'all choose what we're gonna do. So I have the schedule pinned to my profile, so you'll see it as the first pinned thing there. And then also as a reminder, I repost all of our lives to YT. I repost all of our lives to the YT page. So if you want to go back and laugh at today's live, we've had some fun laughs, I'll tell you. And we figured some stuff out together, y'all. We figured some stuff out together, which has been fun. It's been a fun live. My glasses keep falling down my nose. Keep falling down my nose. Okay. Okay, so all we have left now, so this is kind of cool, guys. This is kind of cool. So we have these, then we have the gripper stuff on the bottom. So now let's add this top binding. Add this top binding on here. That one's not long enough. In here, only one more piece, guys. One more piece. We're gonna go over a little bit today. We're gonna go over a little bit. So we put a fold in here. get this one in there. So we're gonna go over just a few minutes. I want to get this binding on there, and we're gonna take it out to the car. So, you guys want to see it in the car? We're gonna see if this works. Hopefully. Yes, thank you everyone for the great teamwork today. It has been fun. I appreciate us having fun, and y'all get to help me tomorrow. You get to help me tomorrow because, like I said, we're gonna do a Halloween quilt. But y'all, the Halloween quilt, there is no pattern. I'm not using a pattern for this thing, so we're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants, y'all. We're gonna fly by the seat of our pants and make it up as we go. And then, as long as we get the top done tomorrow, we'll use it for our quilting on Wednesday. We'll use it for the blue tiles, because we're doing blue tiles Wednesday, so. So now we're going to do the corners. I'm going to kind of hurry through because we're kind of out of time, but like I said, we are going to finish because I want y'all to see what it turned to, if it fits. I want y'all to see if it fits, so I don't mind going over. So I'm going to hurry through this top binding right quick because it's a short piece. It is a short piece, so it'll stitch pretty quick here. It'll stitch pretty quick here. Hey, I actually made myself something. You know, you end up making all these things and you don't ever make yourself anything, and you're like, hey, I decided what the heck with it. I try to come up with new ideas of things that we can make, so I appreciate you guys asking. So, and I'm adding the trick-or-treat bags. The pumpkin, you said pumpkin trick-or-treat bag, right? Pumpkin trick-or-treat bag. Back up. I forgot to change stitch. I was like, why is that going so quick? That is why. Guys, last seam. And then we're going to see if it works. Then we're going to go see if this fits, guys. Fingers crossed. Pumpkin trick-or-treat bag. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Because I want to add that to my to-do list. So, and I think, maybe we'll do that Monday. Maybe we'll do that on Monday. We can do that Monday. It is Halloween. Halloween is coming up. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate your help. We're getting to the end here. Once I get to the end, I'm going to write the pumpkin trick-or-treat bag on the to-do. and we'll add that. Thank you for the heart me's. Thank you for the loves. You guys are awesome. I really enjoy our morning group here. We have such a fun group, and you guys are all fun. And I like the fact that we all get to interact. Cha-Cha is the name your grandkids call me. So I'm called Mimi. I'm called Mimi, so. At least by part of my grandkids. The other, my youngest son's wife is Hispanic, and I guess Mimi in Spanish means night-night. So when I said something about I'm Mimi, and they're like, no. So they call me Grandma. So I'm Grandma and Mimi. So, and then my niece that I helped raise, she has a little girl called Dahlia, and she calls me Auntie Carrie. So many different names. So many different names. Stop there. Noni. Oh, how cool. Isn't that fun? All the different names that comes up. All the different names that come up. So, okay. Cut that. And I'm grabbing my sticky here. Let me write this and then we'll go to the car. We're going to go to the car, guys. Let me write pumpkin trick-or-treat bag. Your grandma. So I am using, I'll show you here. I am using a blanket stitch. It is a blanket stitch. So pumpkin TT bag. Okay. That's on slot for Monday, y'all. That is on slot for Monday. All right. And I will show y'all. Pop you off here. Let me flip this around, flip the camera. So on this one, so 14. I'm using 14 as that stitch. On this one, you could use like 10. You could use that 12, the 13. Any of those that has that center stitch, it works out really well. Works out really well. So, all right, y'all. Let's go check this out. Let's go check this out. Hold on, I've got a couple messages from work. Let me make sure that I don't have anything on here. Ugh. Somebody calling out of work. Aggravating. Anyways, I'm not getting aggravated right now. I'm not even going there. Not even going there. Grabbing my car keys. So, like I said, I live in an RV. So, I'm in an RV park, so y'all are going to get to see the RV park here. So, I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see. Flip the camera. I have a shed. In my shed is a freezer, tools, my husband's toolboxes and stuff, our jet skis, my husband's motorcycle. So we're going to come out here. Hopefully So we're going to come out here to the car. Okay. So steering wheel cover I made yesterday. I was like, okay, we can do a steering wheel cover. So that worked. Okay. So let me flip this camera around. I'm going to put you guys here. Hopefully that works. Okay. So now we're going to see man, that sticks to the seat, y'all. That sticks to the seat, which is cool. Let me go around I'm going to go to the back door. So I'm thinking, because I have these, I think what I'm going to do is tie this back here. That there.
tell you, that stuff is keeping it from moving. It is keeping it from moving, y'all. I think it actually worked. Go back to Doom. All right, guys, what do you think? What do you think? Thanks for the follow. Good morning. So I think that worked out okay, guys. I think it worked out okay. They're saying morning too, aren't they? All right. So we're gonna flip you back around. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys the quilts. Thank you. And thanks for your guys' help this morning. Thanks for your guys' help this morning. So I'm gonna show you, so quilt, if you guys haven't seen it, so this is quilt I made when my mother passed away. It has the last quilt square she ever stitched. So this is my mom and I. So that's all of her t-shirts and stuff. That's a quilt. That is the last quilt I made my mom. It was on her when she was at the hospital. I've got stacks of quilts here. And then quilt my husband made. His quilts. My quilts. We have all kinds of quilts all over the place here. So, but thank you guys for joining this morning. Like I said, tomorrow morning, if you want to join tomorrow, we are doing the Halloween quilt. Come hang out with us tomorrow. Let me show you guys right quick again. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of tomorrow's quilt we're going to do. I'm going to put Mr. Husky back. Mr. Husky has had fun this morning. He got to have fun. Oh, ow, that one's heavy. Okay, so tomorrow morning, if you want to join tomorrow morning, on the tomorrow morning, let me show you guys. That one's there. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how to make this quilt square. I will show you how to make this quilt square. As you can see, it's all stitched together here. And then we are going to figure out how to do a quilt around this panel. I like to do panel quilts. So this is tomorrow's live, y'all. This is tomorrow's live. Y'all wanted a Halloween quilt, so this is the one I have that we're gonna have fun with. So 4:30 in the morning. So I am on 4:30 Arizona time. So it is currently 6:45 here. So I will be on at 4:30 in the morning. So I'm on Monday through Friday. If you check on my profile, you'll see the schedule there. So come hang out and come have some fun. And thank y'all for the fun today. I appreciate y'all. So I try to go back and follow all you guys. They limit me on how many people I can follow, so I try to keep going back and follow you guys. So I will eventually get all of y'all followed. So I appreciate y'all. Have a good day. Bye, guys.